Hey everybody, I'm Kelly, and this is my Sasquatch-sized co-host Todd.
Hey!
Welcome to Haunt Life Tonight. On tonight's show, we'll be talking with makeup artist and Oregon resident Taelor Cansler, and from Gantom Lighting, Quan, as well as another edition of This Just In, and we'll also be trying to get way better at this along the way. Todd?
We brought Phil and Lil in today. I wanted some extra co-hosts here at my house. Plus, my mother kind of thinks that they're cool. So I brought Phil and Lil in. And, I'm pretty excited about everything we're doing today. I'm kind of – the one thing I wanted to talk about before we got into the show was, with everything that's going on, how are we all staying relevant? What are we all doing to kind of – stay in the haunt industry? And I can tell you from my end, Kelly, last night I was up until 8 a.m. watching haunt-related YouTube stuff. I mean, everything from silicone, mold making, animatronics. I probably watched every haunt in the country, I feel like, because I watched probably about 20 different haunts. Nice. On YouTube with walkthroughs and just kind of feeling like I was into the thing. How about you? What have you been up to?
Currently trying to pay attention to this and keeping this all together, to be honest with you, as far as the haunt industry goes. But my go-to always is something Alan Hops is doing, something Bart Butler is doing, Bryce Alexander. Yes, I'm name dropping. Thank you, gentlemen, for what you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's just incredible. All the different talents that we have in the industry, and awesome what they do and the information they put out there. So moving along, what's next, Kelly?
This Just In. This Just In. The new attraction is to complement the high-intensity mayhem of Sector 13 and Pitch Black.
Yeah, we're definitely excited about it. I think what we thought is, with Sector and Pitch Black being so intense that we needed to kind of get people ready for that. So we were like, oh, we better add more of it.
So we're going to slowly leak some information about the new attraction over time here. So keep checking us out here.
Excellent. And as you saw those pictures, things are moving. We broke ground. We're just waiting to start the building. As soon as all the construction people are allowed to come back, we're hoping in the next week. So
hopefully.
we'll keep you posted. What else you got, Kelly?
This Just In, sweaty actor loses prosthetic.
Yeah, that does happen.
This Just In, Stephen King is really sorry the way you feel about being stuck in a Stephen King novel.
Yeah.
True story. It's out there.
Yeah.
This Just In, by my calculation, we have 12 to 15 days of TP left. How are you holding up with toilet paper in your household?
We're there. We probably got a day left. Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, moving along. We got some special guests coming in. What's happening?
Interview time.
Welcome back, folks. We're excited to have two special guests today. First, I'd like to let Ghouls go first. So Taelor Cansler, did I say that right? I kind of stumbled there, and I was worried about saying it. Taylor's been a friend of ours for years, and we see her at her trade show. We talked about the trade show the other day. The trade shows where all of us get together, our family, our friend. We learn everything about Halloween. Great stuff, and we spent a lot of time with you out there. She's from Rip City FX and Fear PDX. So she's going to talk a little bit about that. And then above her over there, we got Quan from Gantom Lighting. There is not a haunted house in the country that doesn't have one of his lights. I can guarantee it. Or if not, you can sign up afterwards and buy them. Let's jump right into this. Kelly, do you have anything to say first, before I get into questions?
Oh, no, I'm just happy to be here with everybody and seeing people from around the country get involved with what we're doing here. I truly appreciate that. Thanks for coming in today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so we'll start with Taelor first, and Quan, you'll get the same question afterwards because we've got a format here. Taelor, tell us about yourself and how you're connected to the haunt community.
I am Taelor Cansler. I started haunting about like 6 years ago. I work for Rip City Effects. I am a professional special effects makeup artist, body painter, and makeup artist. I also, do various things around the haunted house to help out with set design and all the good stuff.
Right. I love it. I love it when you paint bodies at Transworld. You do a great job.
Thanks.
With your painting. I love it. Okay. An awesome, great answer. And Quan, please tell us about yourself and how you're connected to the haunted house industry or community.
So I'm an engineer, and I fell into this industry when I was in college, and I volunteered for a haunted house as a fundraiser. And scaring the crap out of people was like the most fun I've ever had. And I caught the bug there. Once I got into the corporate world, I kind of realized it was a dead-end job because I busted my ass for, like 20 years, and then I ended up at a desk job, and I just felt it was very anticlimactic. So I was really itching for some kind of new venture, and then the Halloween idea came about. And long story short, my wife and I created the first Halloween haunted attraction in mainland China back in 2009 called the Shanghai Nightmare. And we ended up having up to 8-hour lines at one point. So it was a crazy roller coaster ride. And through that, we realized lighting was one of the biggest challenges for us. So we created a product that not only we could use, but also sell to the rest of the industry. Over time, that product has seen use in pretty much all the major haunts, but we also got it into theme parks. So that's kind of how I've been involved. And through that, I've also started working on interactive technology. So some of you guys may have heard about Ztag and the Gantom torch.
Yes, absolutely. And breaking news. Right now, we've got some breaking news. Quan has done stuff over in China. Thank you. Okay. So moving right along. Let me get back to. Hold on. I got to get a serious face on here. Let me get my glasses on.
So,
okay.
Real quick question: do you guys still act, and do you act as much as you'd like to?
Taylor first.
I usually, at the very beginning of haunt, I definitely acted like all the time. Like I would do makeup and then I would go right into acting. I don't really act so much anymore. I love to train actors. I like to at least go in once or twice. But other than that, it's just, I like doing behind the scenes stuff a little bit more, honestly.
All right. And I think it's time for Quan to answer the question. Quan, please go on with your acting experience. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm a little rusty. I haven't acted in a formal capacity since my haunt, but I really miss it, and I kind of just take that out on my kids, really. Just kind of.
All right. Well, excellent. I'm going to get, I want to go back in time a little bit here and think a couple weeks ago. This is the best reference I can make to being a baby. Okay. How are you occupying your quarantine time? Taylor.
I have started about 20 different art projects. My whole entire room has become like a studio now. I've just been really just doing tons and tons of art and just trying to occupy my time that way, honestly. There's nothing really else you can do except for do something that's going to occupy you. So for me, it's art.
Okay. Well, that makes sense with what you do. And Quan, I kind of already know you've turned your backyard into a muddy mess. A muddy mess with what I saw when we chatted the other day with you and Gio going around the yard. But what have you really been doing with your time, Quan?
Well, so that part's alluding to preparing for the real zombie apocalypse. So we're trying to make
that makes sense.
Yeah, we're working on our garden. We're saving a lot of water in case that the supplies are short. So that's the real like serious stuff. But more on fun stuff. I've been practicing drones all the time. been flying DRL first person view drones.
So, I knew there was going to be no way we got through this interview without you talking about drones.
I'm on my radio every day. I'm practicing that. Even during video conferences, I'm like, I'm like practicing the moves.
Right. And it's very important to note that the Dark Star is in the background.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I got with that.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
I had to make a Star Wars reference. I did. Okay. So
yeah, for those of you who haven't flown drones, I mean, it's like basically flying a snow speeder or a land speeder, through any of those scenes. So
I know you're very into it, and that's awesome. Okay, I want to move back on to the questions because you and I could talk about drones all day long. And we kind of already touched about how you guys got started in the haunted house industry. So thanks for taking one of my questions already. So I've only got one more for both of you, and I want to give you about a minute each on this. What do you consider your best achievement has been in our haunted house industry? Like, how have you affected change or a cool product or whatever? What have you done that's just cool and, made a difference? Taylor.
Man, that's such a hard question. It's hard for me just because I feel like I'm still so at the beginning of my career with things. And I started off haunting, and then like the next year it was like I got sent to Transworld. So for me, I've known nothing more than kind of like that just everything around, and just being involved with Rip City and stuff is such a big accomplishment for me, just because I am a self-taught artist, and I've only been doing this for 6 years now, and I've been with Rip City for 5 of them. And so just being part of a company that's, supplies so many haunts around the U.S. is such like a cool thing. It's a cool feeling, and just being able to like share my talents on like a bigger and larger platform as such as like, Transworld and MHC, and a lot of makeup artists, they don't really get the opportunity with that, especially haunted house makeup artists, unless, you're pro and traveling all the time. It's not like a lot of makeup artists get to have that platform like I have. So I'm super fortunate and thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that is a large achievement of yours. Like, we look forward to seeing your body art painting every year, and I mean, it's become a staple at the show. So that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Quan, same thing. Let's keep the list kind of small. All right.
Okay. No, I really think the lighting that we created probably saved a lot of people quite a bit of time in trying to hack their own stuff together, like Todd.
I knew that was going to come up too.
Yeah. So no, it's really just being able to have a tool that saves people a lot of time, at the same time give them a lot of flexibility with their lighting, because at the end of the day, your visual sense is probably the most important sense for people to see. So if you have bad lighting effects, then it doesn't matter how well you do the makeup or the set, you can't see it. So we really wanted to be able to emphasize quality lighting into a show with the right tools.
Excellent. Now, I want to give you a second to get a quick 30-second plug for your newest project. And you and I have been collaborating on some of this, so I care about this project. I feel like you've got something really new coming. Go.
So Ztag, we've been working on this for a while, but it's an interactive game that everybody wears. It's essentially, well, the coronavirus is basically Ztag in real life now, but it's an infection game. So if you got within social distance, your heart sensor will beep and show that you got infected, and then you can go infect other people. Yeah,
I need to put my N95 on. Excuse me. So, look at Phil just made an appearance in the background there. Back there. Yeah, I think you're doing some great stuff. The big point to it is you're focusing on getting the kids active, keeping the kids entertained and energized, trying to make sure they don't end up just sitting on the couch playing video games and end up, what do you call me, a fatty, right? So they don't end up being a fatty when they get later in life. So I honestly, I think you're doing some great things, Quan, with that. And I want to give you a chance to make a plug on that. So, Kelley, I think we got to wrap up and move on. Anything else?
Do you got anything to plug?
Yeah, Taylor, plug.
What? Anything I could plug? Rip City. I mean, Trans World hit us pretty hard, so go buy some Rip City stuff. We have new products. We have a new spray bud. Try to buy as much from your vendors as possible. I know it's like really hard times because all of us are in uncertainty. But with Trans World not happening, it's so important to just be there for your small businesses that you know and love and use all the time too.
Absolutely. And I will make a plug for both of your companies because, our family at Reapers, we go to Rip City FX and God, there's way too much Gantom lighting on the mountain.
You like blood?
I mean, I feel I should be like a stockholder or something,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But no, I want to thank both of you for taking time today, and I wish you guys, the best. And I hope we're out soon. And love you guys to death. You're awesome friends, and thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
So I'm ready now. I'm ready. All right. So, hey, Kelley, this has been our third great show. I'm real excited about what we're doing. One thing we wanted to share with everybody was what, Kelley?
Oh man, back when me and Todd first met, we had to practice how to high five, and this wasn't like, we took a little bit of time and got it right. I'm talking almost 2 seasons of truly going after the dream of nailing a high five.
Yeah, because you're vertically challenged. And,
yes.
Yeah, it didn't work out great, but we had to call a consultant in too, didn't we?
Yep. She gave me the skill set to nail it, and thank you, Danielle, for that.
I thought you were going to say the stilt set. All right. Other things we want to wrap up with. Let's give a shout out to the truck drivers in America and
our
all
essential
the other
workers.
Yeah, all the other frontline essential workers that are out there risking themselves for us. And hey, Kelley, it's slogan time. So let's get into this. Stay home.
Save Halloween. No, bring it back.
This is horrible. We even just practiced that. This is bad. Okay, ready? Here we go. Stay home. Are you Okay, one more time. Here we go. This is it. This is really it.
It is it. Ready?
Stay home.
Save lives.
And save Halloween. All right, let's high five. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Later, folks.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go. And get off my lawn.